Today we are reviewing lessons 1.2 and 1.3, which are adding and subtracting integers. So let's start by looking at adding integers. We've looked at our addition problems and subtraction with number lines and with integer chips. Here we have scales to help us visualize the math that we're doing. So for this one, the problem is negative 11 plus 8. So they have negative 11. Our negatives are on the left side here. Positives are on the right, just like they would be on a number line. And I have 11 negatives, so it's weighing it down more this side. So I'm going to end up with a negative answer. And to find that, I'm finding the difference between these two. 8 and 11, that's going to be 3. 11 minus 8. And then it's negative 3 because it's more negatives. It's tipped to the negative side. On the next one, I have negative 2 plus 7. So I have more positives here. But because I have weights on both sides, again, I've got to subtract to find my answer. So I'm doing 7 minus 2 is 5. More positives, answer is positive. So negative 2 plus 7 is going to give us an answer of 5. And then here I have negative 1 plus negative 3. Both are on the same side. So I'm adding them together. And because it's on the negative side, my answer is going to be negative. So negative 1 plus negative 3 equals negative 4. Remember, same sign, we're finding the sum. Different signs, we're finding the difference. All right, so there's that rule right up here at the top. Same sign, find the sum. Different signs, find the difference. That's our addition rule. So for our first problem here, 3 plus negative 9. So the first thing you have to do is think about whether or not you're adding or subtracting. Now there's addition sign here, so technically we are adding our two numbers. But when I'm thinking about what I'm doing with the absolute values, same sign, find the sum, add. Different signs, find the difference, subtract. So I have different signs. What am I going to do? I am going to subtract. It helps if I have a pen. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so here, what am I going to do? I'm going to subtract. Okay, and then will our sum be positive or negative? Well, I have 9 negatives and 3 positives. Because I have more negatives, my answer is going to be a negative. So I'm just going to write a negative sign there. Will my answer be positive or negative? It's going to be negative. Okay, here's my rule again up at the top. Same sign, find the sum. Different signs, find the difference. Now I have negative 5 plus negative 8. Are we going to add or subtract? Well, I have 2 negatives. They're the same sign. So I'm going to find the sum. I am going to add for these. Will my sum be positive or negative? Well, I have 2 negative numbers, so my answer has to be negative. Okay, negative 5 plus negative 8. When I add 5 plus 8, I get 13. And I only have negative numbers, so my answer has to be negative, negative 13. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and try these next 6 problems on your own. Okay, let's check our answers. 7 plus negative 3. Different signs, find the difference. 7 minus 3 is 4. More positives, answer is positive. Negative 2 plus positive 3. Same signs, find the sum. 2 plus 3 is 5. It's going to be negative because we've only got negative numbers in this problem. Number 8, negative 5 plus 4. Different signs, find the difference. I'm writing 1 and talking at the same time. Negative 5 minus 4 is 1. More negatives, answer is negative. On this next one, I've got negative 3 plus positive 1. Okay, same signs, find the sum. 3 plus 1 is 4. They're both negative, so that's going to be a negative 4. All right, negative 7 plus positive 9. Different signs, find the difference. 9 minus 7 is 2. More positives, answer is positive. And then for our last one, 4 plus negative 9. Different signs, find the difference. That is going to be a negative 5. All right, so for this next one, reteach subtracting integers. So I am thinking about subtraction is taken away. Here I have 3 cards. I'm going to take away 1, and then I'm going to see what I have left. So here, these three together have a total of -6. 3 plus -4 is -1, plus 5 is -6. So what do you get if you take away the 3 card? Well, if that wasn't there, we would just have the -4 and the -5, and that would be -9. So -6, our total, minus the +3 gives us -9. And then if I took away the -4 card, I covered that one up. I have 3 and a -5 left. That's going to be -2. So -6, taking away the -4 card, is going to give us -2. Remember our boom rule about adding the opposite. So here I can do boom change to addition, boom change the sign. -6 plus -3 is -9. Here, boom change to addition, boom change the sign. -6 plus +4 is -2. All right, so let's try a few more problems. So here's 3 more cards, and our total is 12. So all of our problems are 12, take away one of the numbers up here. So if I take away the 7 card, and I only have 13 plus -8 left, you can think about what is 13 plus -8. I can also think, what's 12 minus 7? Those are positive numbers, and I have enough to take away. Either way, I'm going to get a +5 as an answer. Okay, here, 12 minus 13. So now I don't have enough to take away. I know I'm going to go into the negatives. I'm going to go ahead and just cover up that 13. I have 7 and -8 left. 7 plus -8 is -1. So I'll have -1 left, but remember I could also get that by doing boom change to addition, boom change the sign. 13 minus 12 is 1, more negatives, the answer is negative. All right, and taking away the -8, if I cover that up, I have 7 plus 13, that's 20. 12 minus the -8 is 20. I can also do boom change to addition, boom change the sign. 12 plus +8 is going to be +20. All right, let's take a look at these ones. So subtract -4 minus -2. All right, so I have, if you think back to the integer chips, I have 4 negatives. I have 2 negatives to take away. I have enough to take away. -4 is less than -2. I have more negatives there, so it's farther from 0. It's a lower value. So our answer going to be positive or negative? Well, that one's going to be a negative. If I have 4 negatives and I take 2 away, I'm still going to have extra negatives. 4 minus 2, that's 2. And since I know my answer is going to be negative, it's going to be a -2. The other way to do that problem is to do boom change to addition, boom change the sign. 4 minus 2 is 2, more positives, answer is positive. All right, 21 minus 13, positive numbers. I don't even really need my boom rules, although I certainly could use it. I have more positives here that I'm taking than what is being taken away. 21 is greater than 13. So my answer is still going to be positive because I'm taking away less than what I start with. 21 minus 13, that's going to be 8. So 21 minus 13 is 8. If I wanted to do boom change to addition, boom change the sign, 21 plus -13, that's going to give me that same answer. I just don't really have to do it when I have positive numbers and I have enough to take away. All right, so we've got our boom rules up here. Boom change to addition, boom change the sign of the next number. Go ahead and pause the video and try these next 6. All right, let's go ahead and try these problems. 31 minus -9. Boom change to addition. Boom change the sign becomes 31 plus 9. That's going to be 40. All right, number 5, 15 minus 18. Boom change to addition. Boom change the sign. 18 minus 15 is 3. My answer is going to be negative because I've got more negatives. Number 6, -9 minus 17. Boom change to addition. Boom change the sign. We now have the same signs. We're going to find the sum. So 17 plus 9, that would be 26. And they're both negative, so my answer has to be negative. Remember, once you get to those 2-digit numbers, if it's going to make you more comfortable, feel free to write it this way. You can write it vertically and line up those place values if that makes it easier for you. All right, number 7, -8 minus -8. Boom change to addition. Boom change the sign of the next number. Negative 8 plus positive 8, that's 0. Those are additive inverses. Number 8, 29 minus negative 2. Boom, change to addition. Boom, change the sign. 29 plus positive 2, that's going to be a 31. And then number 9, 13 minus 18. Boom, change to addition. Boom, change the sign. I have 13 plus negative 18. Different signs, find the difference. 18 minus 13 is 5. More negatives, my answer is going to be negative. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at a couple story problems. Here it says ocean water freezes at about negative 2 degrees Celsius. Fresh water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. Antifreeze, a liquid used in the radiators of cars, freezes at negative 64 degrees Celsius. Imagine that the temperature dropped to the freezing point for ocean water. How many degrees more must the temperature drop for the antifreeze to turn solid? And then it says, show your work and write your answer in sentence form. So here we're looking at the difference between negative 64 and positive 2. All right, so I need to write a number sentence, and then I need to write the answer. So for my number sentence here, I'm looking at the difference between these two. So I'm going to write it this way, negative, that was a mess. Let me erase that and try again. Okay, so I'm writing negative 64 minus negative 2. Okay, boom, change to addition. Boom, change the sign. Negative 64 plus positive 2. Different signs, find the difference. It's going to give me negative 62 degrees Celsius. All right, so the temperature, I'm going to abbreviate here, must drop 62 degrees Celsius. Now, when you're writing it in a sentence form, words like drop can indicate that it's a negative number. So I could write drop 62, or I could drop negative 62. Either way is fine, but drop means it's going down, so it's going down 62 degrees. All right, let's take a look at this next one. The high temperature in a city one day was 4 degrees Celsius. The low temperature was negative 5 degrees Celsius. What was the temperature range in the city that day? Model the problem on the number line, then solve the problem, and explain your answer in sentence form. Okay, so we've got a few things here that we need to do. First thing, keyword here, range, that's greatest minus least. So I know when I'm doing my problem, I've got to do my greatest minus my least. Okay, they're asking me to model the problem on the number line. So I'm going to put 0 on there first. Now 0 doesn't always have to go in the middle of your number line. I'm going to on this one. Because my numbers are pretty small, I'm going to go ahead and put little lines where the other numbers would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be negative 5. And here's my 4. On the last problem, I didn't have little tick marks because I had to go all the way down to negative 64, and that would have been a lot of writing for me. Okay, model the number on the number line. So I need to know this part. How much is it going up by? What's our range? Greatest, 4, minus least, 5. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just write it underneath here where I have a little more space. 4 greatest minus negative 5 least. Boom, change to addition. Boom, change the sign. 4 plus 5 is 9. Story problems need a label. This is going to be degrees Celsius. They ask for a sentence. Okay. So I'm going to write a sentence. The range and temperature is 9 degrees Celsius. All right, we're going to go ahead and try one last problem. In Buffalo, New York, the temperature was negative 14 degrees in the morning. If the temperature dropped 7 degrees Fahrenheit, what is the temperature now? Model the number on the problem on the number line, then solve the problem and explain your answer in sentence form. Go ahead and pause the video and try this one on your own. All right, let's go ahead and check our answers. So for this number line, I'm actually going to put 0 far on the right. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and put I'll do negative 14 here. And then it says it's dropping 7 degrees. That means it's a negative value. It's going down 7 degrees. All right, so I'm going to do some marks here for my 7 degrees. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have gone down 7 degrees. All right, I'm going to erase that extra little line there so it's not confusing. There we go. Okay. All right. So we're looking for that end temperature. That's the problem on the number line. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and write my problem, and then I'm going to solve it, and I'm going to write my answer in sentence form. So negative 14 minus 7 degrees, because it's going down 7 degrees. Boom, change to addition, boom, change to sign. It's the same thing as adding a negative 7. We went 7 spaces towards the negative side of our number line. That's going to give me an answer of negative 21. Okay, so my sentence, the temperature is now negative 21 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a very cold day.